So what's going on, guys? It's Boxing with Jay. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video below. Also follow me on Twitter in the link below. It really does help me out. I'm just trying to grow the channel right now and, you know, get some subscribers and just get the thing going. So, according to boxing outlets, Joshua Buatsi apparently has accepted an invitation by the IBF to start having talks and negotiating a fight with former WBC and WBA regular light heavyweight champion Pascal in a final eliminator for the IBF title later on in the year or early next year. I think it's a final eliminator. I expect it to be. Obviously, Pascal's coming off a victory over a highly ranked guy in the IBF, the Chinese fella Meng Fanlong, in a bit of an upset. He won that fight by a unanimous decision, and Buatsi obviously he's coming off that 12-round unanimous decision victory against Craig Richards. And I know a lot of people like to criticise Joshua Buatsi's career so far, saying that this guy's been left behind almost. Like, out of all the 2016 Rio Olympians, this guy, you know, a lot of people pegged him to win a world title quickly and stuff like that, and he still hasn't had that pinnacle world title fight, even though he's, you know, quite deep into his pro career now. He's been a pro, 5-6 years, but he hasn't had that many fights. Joshua Buatsi, he's been plagued with a few injuries, and he's coming off good wins against Bolotniks and Richards, and he fought, who did he fight? He fought that French guy before that. He knocked him out in 4th round, but again, it's not opponents that are setting the world on fire. He was meant to fight Maxime Vlasov, the guy who lost a controversial decision to former WBO light heavyweight champion Joe Smith for that title, but Buatsi had to pull out with a hand injury, I think it was. It was either a hand or a shoulder injury. So yeah, Joshua Buatsi and Pascal, I'm not mad at that fight. It's a pretty good fight, you know. Pascal, it seems like he's been around forever at this point. Like, I remember when he fought Carl Froch in 2008. I was barely a teenager when that fight happened. So he's been around for a long time, Pascal. And he's 38, 39 years old. He's as good as he's going to get. But he can be a bit of a banana skin, you know, like against Badu Jack and against Fan Long. Obviously, there's controversy surrounding Pascal the past couple of years, obviously because he failed a couple of drug tests, and a lot of people saying that the guy obviously having assistance at this point of his career to prolong his career by, you know, taking PEDs. But I expect Joshua Buatsi to beat Pascal if this fight was to happen. I think he's a bit too young and a bit too fresh for Pascal. The one thing about Pascal, he's always been quite durable. Like, I know that he was stopped a couple of times by Sergey Kovalev, but in them fights, he took punishment, you know. He took punishment. He wasn't a guy who was knocked out straight away. No, he took a bit of a beating in that fight. He's a durable guy, Pascal, and he's a tough guy. So, you know, I think that Joshua Buatsi will still have to be on his A game, and I think he'll really have to put a shift in. But I expect him to beat Pascal, probably on points. I think even though at 38, 39 years old, I think he's still pretty durable, Pascal, and I think that Buatsi will get a comfortable decision victory. That's just an early prediction on that fight. But like I said, I'm not mad at the fight. I think it's a pretty good fight, and if it is an eliminator for Artur Beterbiev, then that is always a good thing, because obviously the light heavyweight division is a little bit wrapped up right now. You've got Artur Beterbiev. Apparently he's going to face his mandatory Anthony Yard later on in the year. He's his WBO mandatory, and Dimitri Bivol is going to probably face his WBA mandatory, which is Zurdo Ramirez, under fights under the Golden Boy and the Zone banner. So I think that fight is going to be on later on in the year as well. But the ideal fight for Joshua Buatsi in a lot of people's eyes was the Anthony Yard fight. What a lot of people wanted was Artur Beterbiev to have the undisputed fight with Dimitri Bivol, and Joshua Buatsi fight Anthony Yard in a domestic showdown, a fight that British fans have wanted to see for a few years, ever since, you know, Joshua Buatsi rise through the ranks and Anthony Yard was rising through the ranks. They wanted these two to meet, so they feel like it's a bit backwards, that the champions should be fighting each other, and the top contenders like Yard and Buatsi should be facing each other, and then the winner gets the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev. But that's boxing for you, politics, you know, sometimes it's a bit backwards. So hopefully one day we get to see Anthony Yard and Joshua Buatsi meet, but I feel like the time to strike is now for that fight. I feel like the iron was hot now to strike, for Joshua Buatsi and Anthony Yarde, and that's a good 50-50 fight in my opinion. I'd slightly edge if I had a gun to my head. I'd slightly edge to Joshua Buatsi because I think he's a little bit more skillful than Anthony Yarde. I think he's just a little bit more technically better. But as Anthony Yarde has shown, he's got very good athleticism. He hits very hard. So, you know, I think it's a good competitive British showdown that should have happened by now. But comment below in the comment section, what do you guys think of the Joshua Buatsi, Jean Pascal fight? Do you like the fight? Do you think that Joshua Buatsi should be fighting better opponents? Comment below in the comment section. It's your boy Jay, I'm out.